Hi everybody. For our nonfiction book this week, I have Ants. They are hard workers. This is by the editors of Time for Kids. Always good books because they have great photos. Ooh, look at that close-up. Wow, you can see everything there, can't you? It gives us our table of contents. The ants go marching. I'm going to move the camera so you can see a little better. An army of ants is hard at work. Ants are busy digging. They are crawling on the ground and they are searching for food. Ants are insects. Like all insects, they have 6 legs and 3 body parts. They have a hard covering much like a shell. Here are the parts of a queen ant. So this isn't the regular ant, this is the queen. Wings, only queens and males ants have wings. These ants fly up into the sky to mate. Abdomen. The abdomen holds the organs and is also where the ants store food. Legs. Ants have 6 legs that help them to run, climb, and dig. Their head. The head holds the brain, eyes, and antenna. The eyes. Ants have compound eyes that help them sense motion. Mandibles. Ants have strong jaws called mandibles. They are used to dig, cut, bite, and carry objects. Antenna. These feelers help ants to touch, taste, and smell. Ants also use their antenna to communicate with each other. And this middle with the thorax. The 6 legs are attached to the thorax, so the middle part of the body is the thorax. See that one? The atomic ant is the smallest ant. It's about the size of a grain of sand. Oh my goodness. The tropical hunting ant is the biggest ant. It can grow to be more than 1.5 inches long. So they're showing how it's about the size of a regular paperclip, not a big one. There are nearly 12,000 different kinds of ants. They can be brown, green, black, red, yellow, purple, or blue. Ants live everywhere except Antarctica. This says it's a green-head ant. That's a very colorful one, isn't it? Can you imagine if we saw like a purple ant or a yellow ant? It'd be surprising. All in the family. This says a queen ant and workers. Most ants live in groups called colonies. A colony has 3 types of ants: queens, males, and workers. Queens have 2 important jobs. They mate with male ants and lay eggs. It's a lot. Look how much bigger that queen ant is than the other ant. Here she is with her wings, and here's just a regular ant. When an egg hatches, a larva appears. The larva spins a silky cocoon around itself. The ant is now called a pupa. The pupa grows inside the cocoon. Sounds very similar to caterpillars and butterflies. This says a fire ant queen with other fire ants, larvas, and pupas. So it's kind of showing us all the different life cycle of the ant there. Worker ants bite open the cocoon. The grown ant comes out. Workers take care of the queen and the younger ants, and they also protect the colony. Wow, that's so magnified. It really makes those mandibles look kind of scary almost, doesn't it? But if we just looked at an ant with our eye, doesn't look nearly so jaggedy. We can't see all those details. This says a spotted sugar worker ants with cocoons. Wow, look at that. That's pretty awesome. Ant homes are called nests. Most ants build their nests underground. They dig tunnels and rooms. They carry the extra dirt outside and it forms an anthill. This says the forester anthill. So that's what this is. And a harvester ant tunnel. So that's really interesting because it looks like that one, this forester anthill, be a good one to look up some more on. So it looks like they've formed tunnels, but they're above the ground. So it looks like the part that bumps up is probably their tunnel. I'm guessing they move around inside there. I don't know, there's a good one to research a little bit more. Harvester ants. These are called weaver ants. Weaver ants build their nests in trees. Some ants hold the edge of the leaves, and other workers carry larvae along the edges. Larva silk glues the leaves together. So they're holding it. And do you see, it looks like that there is some little larva in between the edges there. Ants are pretty interesting. Snack attack. Ants eat both plants and animals. They look for seeds, fruit, bread, and even other insects. Ants carry food back to the colony to share. Wow, look how magnified that is. This sand looks like little pebbles. And that is, looks like to me the top of a wheat thing, which they're not very big. So, some honeypot ants store a juice called honeydew. When a honeypot ant is hungry, it taps its antennas on a fat ant. The fat honeypot ant spits honeydew into the mouth of the hungry ant. I think I'm glad I'm not a honeydew ant. How about you? Wow, that's pretty cool though. I mean, these are pretty cool. I don't know about spitting honey into their mouths, but Leafcutter ants are farmers. They cut and chew leaves with their sharp mandibles. Then they make a paste. The paste is used to grow a garden. That's interesting. I wonder what they grow. That's, I mean, a garden doesn't, I don't think it gives us more information on that. They definitely cut that. Do you see that? Ants and enemies. A bee killer bug and a tiny ant. Ants have many enemies. Spiders, birds, lizards, anteaters, and other animals eat ants. But ants will fight to protect themselves and their colony. Whoa, it's a big difference in size between the ant and the bee killer bug. I don't know that I've heard of a bee killer bug. There's something else we could look up. And here's a little spotlight. It says, Charles Darwin was a famous English scientist. He was born in 1809. Darwin studied how plants and animals developed over time. No living thing was too small to study, not even ants. Darwin noticed that sometimes ants behave just like humans. This says ants fight each other. These are green tree ants fighting. They use their mandibles to bite. Some ants squirt poison from their mouths into their enemies. It's a kind of ant I've never seen before that has a green abdomen. Ants have been on the earth for millions of years. Giant dinosaurs disappeared, but tiny ants survived. Remember that the next time ants invade your picnic. These are ants from Kenya. And we have a little page of Did You Know? Did you know army ants cross rivers? They link their bodies together to build bridges. Look, there they are. Many queen ants can live for more than 10 years. Wow, that's amazing. Worker ants are female. The slaver ant steals cocoons from other ant colonies. The ant baby is forced to work when it grows up. Ants can dig tunnels as deep as 35 feet. Wow, that's like deeper than a building, like our school. Deeper than our school is tall. It's a long, long, long way down. And then these are the words to know, which we talked about those already, I think. So there's some ants. Maybe you can find some outside to observe this week. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.